welcome. Army mateys, welcome back to the Gaming Droid, and welcome back to Pirate Droid. Sky Pirate Droid, to be specific. As I said, I'd be doing some grinding and some work while you be away. Me ship, she became flyable just about. She isn't, she's a wreck, but I limped on from Functional Island, and I have found myself my first Crystal Island. The crystals float through the sky, gathering things to themselves. This one has managed to gather a little sand beach and a gravel bar. Beyond that, we have a little bit of a workable land, which I've already set up a farm and a tree farm. And here we have a little volcano, which I have turned into my own private cobble gen. In the meantime, over on me ship, I have repaired the cargo bay and installed me chests. I have also set up my cargo loading entry area and set up the start of my second deck with my ladders to get up to my second deck. Up here the second deck be pretty much blank except for the start of my galley. My galley has a black fridge because I misclicked with some ink. So in my fridge be all my items, as you can see. I also have the rest of my galley set up. I think my ship be a bit short. I was starting to build the prow, and then I thought, crikey, this be a fat ship for the length. No pervy jokes going on there. What? So, as you can see, I've begun the process of starting my little design thing. This be a crystal, or this is a crystal. It's got a few shattered bits floating around it, and the sort of conceit I'm having in this world is that these crystals are basically what saved the world after it got destroyed. The world got destroyed, and only the people who managed to get onto skyships survived, and these crystals floating through the sky are what sort of gathered land and fruit and vegetables and all sorts of things to themselves, so that people can actually find these islands and survive. As you can see, I've lowered my gangplank into the sandy beach of this particular island, and I've set up here for the next stage of my production. So the next things I have to get working on is I have to get working on power generation and some automation. I have to get working on my sky farm, which requires me to get a quill for a book and quill, and I've got some additional storage quests and things to do. I've got some slow lava generation over here, and I've been just topping up my smeltery as I've been going along, just filling up tanks. I've moved my smeltery up here, and I've sort of compacted down this section, so I've got plenty of iron and invar and things going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by building an automated sieve, and then I'm going to decide on the power source I'm going to use for it. I'll probably start with a survivalist generator. Oh, and by the way guys, this is a dolly. It's the most useful thing you can get from Java. Dollies allow you to do this with chests. Chest full of items. Chest full of items. It costs iron and wood. That's it. So it's a nice easy thing to make. So we need first to build a mesh, then we need some nuggets, and we go nuggets, invar, gear, and mesh, and there's our automated sieve. So this will make the grind of getting metals much easier. So for now I'm going to set that up in the corner over here, and now I need a power source for it because it's an automated sieve. It needs power. So I'm probably going to go with a generator. Generator. I'm not 100% sure. I think that needs what, 5, 14, 49 and 2 redstone. How much iron do I have? Not enough. So I'm probably going to end up going with one or more survivalist generators, even if they are a little bit more redstone intensive. So for a survivalist generator I will need some aluminium, because I can make pistons out of aluminium. I will need some couble. Where did I put my couble? Or did I use up all my couble? I think I used up all my couble. Let's go and grab some more couble quickly. So this pick managed to get 2 lots of haste on it, so it is now a very fast pick. The disadvantage with it being a very fast pick is, as you can see, it mines faster than the cobblestone generator can create cobblestone. It's the same thing. I prefer vertical cobble gens. I don't know why I prefer vertical cobble gens. It's just personal taste, I suppose. That should be... Actually, no, I need a little bit more stone than that because I need to build a piston and I need to build a furnace for my survivalist generator ore. So that should be enough if I pop around and grab the stuff from the back. Thank you. So, the survivalist generator is a furnace. I need some wood. That shouldn't be too hard. That's slabs. I need planks, that's fine. One of these, some of these, and some of these. Those are the wrong way around. There's that. So I need a piston, furnace, some cobblestone, and I need 2 iron ingots. They've actually changed the recipe for that then. Can I use aluminium? No. I need iron. Thankfully that's a tinker's workbench, so it will hold the pattern for me. 2 iron ingots. And there's a survivalist generator. They aren't brilliant, but they will produce a slow tick of power, as long as they are provided with some fuel. So let's provide it with some fuel. There we go. So it's going to provide 5 power per tick for 13 minutes, which doesn't seem like a lot, and in truth isn't, but a lot of the other generators are very expensive to start. I mean, the stone generator requires me to gather 10 redstone to start with because it needs the RF engine, so it's got 6 iron, 2 gold, 10 redstone, and stone. So it's quite an expensive generator, but for now it's a start. I can also top up my lava, because you need a lot of lava. A lot of lava. But that gives me the start of an automated sort of production facility for that. The next is to go to the nether or to collect 1 netherrack, and I get a glowstone in response. So 1 netherrack, reasonably easy to do. I need to build a stone barrel. So I need some stone, and I need to probably cook up the remainder of my cobble as well. Because a stone barrel is stone slabs and stone. Stone barrel, so we have stone slab and 6 stone. So yeah, I will need my 4 other cobblestone to be cooked up. So stone slab, can I turn these into? No. 1, 2. 2. And this is how the sort of game's going to progress from now on, is I'm going to be building these little crystal islands on which to do things. It means my progress through Aggie Skies is going to be a bit slower, but as I said, I've always done things the ugly way of just building a flat slab of land, and I'm interested in doing something a little bit prettier. So this again is going to use a bit of my redstone, but it's going to complete a quest for me. I will grab some lava from there, pop it in the barrel, and then drop a bit of redstone in, and there's my first netherrack. Netherrack can be created by right-clicking stone barrel lava with red dust. Nice and easy, and I get a glowstone in return. And that opens up the next quest in that chain, which is to do blazes. Blaze powder and blaze rods are very important ingredients. First, I have to know how to find them. And what you do is we throw an angry doll into a barrel full of lava, and then it ticks over and it summons one of these beasties. I can also work on a quartz grinding stone, for which I will need a little bit more cobble. And actually I will probably use my mechanical cobble gen. It's a little bit less kind of efficient, work efficient, or fuel efficient, or whatever you want to call it, but it's a nice quick way of grabbing some cobblestone when I'm on a camera. So first thing I need to do is plonk it down on some cobble. I then need to give it 1 piece of cobble to get it working, so fine. Give me the cobble. Thank you. So 1 bit of cobble to get it working. I then need to repair this up to full, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to get much from it. upgrade it, give it some fuel, and then just click madly. Click madly as much as you can while your fuel lasts and while your pick lasts. I'm using mouse keys because it's easy to click rapidly with mouse keys for me. There we go. And now I need to fix this. My fuel lasts for a little bit longer, so I should be able to get this back in and get some more cobble off that fuel. I don't want to keep clicking after the fuel runs out because I don't want to waste any more fuel, but this should be a decent amount of cobble. There we go. And that's 3 stacks of cobble. That's not terrible. I can repair the pick and I can leave this here if I need to come back and do another 3 stacks of cobble for 1 charcoal. So I will set some of that cooking for now. And this was in age of making a quartz grinding stone. So we need quartz. And I've got some quartz powder hanging around in this chest. Quartz dust, which you get by sieving dust. And I should be able to... No, I can't turn it into quartz crystals. Can I make a grindstone using quartz powder? No, I need whole quartz crystals, which you get from sieving sand. Right, okay. So I can't move on to that one just yet. Let's put my ingots and my bar nuggets back there. So that one I can't move on to just yet. I need a quill and ink for that. I can actually make the metalware pots as well, pot and pan. That's not too hard. Grab some sticks. So first one's first. No? Well, there's a skillet. I thought a pot was 4 iron ingots and a stick. Pot. Oh! A pot is now made by pouring molten... That used to be 4 iron ingots and a stick. It is now made by pouring molten aluminium brass into a clay-fired bucket. Well, I have a clay-fired bucket here. How many ingots of molten aluminium brass does it require? It requires 2 ingots. Okay, so I've got 2 ingots of aluminium brass. That's really easy to do. There you go. So that's a pot. And the other thing it wants me to make for this quest is a saucepan. A saucepan is an unfired clay bucket. Okay, so this is a new sequence for doing this. This used to be made using iron and sticks, and it used to be different combinations of iron and stick for each of the different ones, but apparently now it's changed up and now we're doing clay buckets. So I'll just grab some water from my sink, which is an unlimited water source. Thank you. Wee scrap. Get some dirt out of these because I've been making some dirt to enhance my island and make it prettier. And there's some clay and an unfired clay bucket. Is done. This is an entirely new sequence for me, so I've never seen this particular sequence used before. Do I get my... No, I don't get my clay bucket back. What do I need to melt to make the saucepan? I need 2 ingots of aluminium. Easy peasy. So that's actually much cheaper than it used to be because aluminium's quite... and aluminium brass are both quite easy to make. So this will finish off my my tools and will allow me to finish off my little cooking area. So skillet and pot, and they are on there if I look at it from the right angle. Now I don't know where I am putting my pan. Do I put it on another tool rack? By this point hopefully you've got some resources spare and can make tools that require more than dirt and wood. Gives me buttered potato, so something nice to eat. There's my saucepan. You can sometimes get into issues with the... so can I put the saucepan where the skillet's meant to go? Yes, okay, so it's a choice between a saucepan and a skillet. tool rack. 2 iron and 3 pressure plates. I've got the spare iron and wood, so not too concerned. Oh, do I have the spare wood? Let's go and have a check of my wood farm, see if I've got some spare wood. So I'm going to go back to grinding. I'm going to get some Certus quartz and move on with making some grindstones and things like that. In the meantime, this is going to be kept fed and is going to slowly be ticking power up and filling up my autosieve, and I'll be using the autosieve to do some sieving. I'll also be doing some manual sieving, because when you first start autosieving, it's dependent very much on the amount of energy you can get hold of, and certain reward bags really help you. There's one reward bag that will actually give you a stack of, not a stack, it will give you a solar generator. But for now, I will finish up here, and I will see you guys next time.